Hello, Sacred Souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is an inner child healing regarding an abusive, controlling sibling rather than a parent. And I think in a lot of cases that is a much older sibling. So, for example, in my case, my older brother is 8.5 years older, and he's my half brother. So he has, like his whole life, he's had a lot of anger, hate, and resentment in him because his father left when he was a toddler, like 1 or 2 years old, I think. So he basically took that out on me. And I think that kind of dynamic happens quite a bit when there are merged families, or, you know, when there are like older half siblings that have jealousy towards the younger one. I also know of a family where the two older siblings were like, I think 13, 14 years older, 12, 13, 14, something like that, than the younger one. And a lot of times, like, those older siblings almost take on the role of a parent in a sense, but they're not a parent, they're still immature, and they have their own childhood issues still very raw in them. So that gets then transferred onto that younger sibling, right? So that's the setup I have here, but it could apply to any controlling, domineering, narcissistic, self-centered, sometimes sociopathic or psychopathic sibling that is taking out all their anger and hate on you, right? And in an enmeshed family, that could also be a family dynamic of you possibly being the golden child and the other one being the scapegoat, and then directing all their hate towards you. So in which case, the adult figure should represent that abusive parent that is treating the scapegoat child poorly, and even though they're nice to you, but then you're indirectly getting it as well. Or if it's a half sibling or a step sibling, then that shall represent their parent, or I didn't attach a second parent, but if it's a step sibling, then it might be both of that step sibling's parents. But like in my situation, my brother's father, I never met him. I only heard of him. He was completely out of the picture. But his absence and his leaving affected me very strongly as well, right? So that's why, like, what I created here is I tied a rope representing the energetic cord from myself, or like us, the child, and represented in the cradle, to the older sibling, or the sibling, the abusive sibling, the toxic, unhealthy, unhealed sibling. And that sibling is attached to the toxic parent, and that could be an absent parent in most cases, or it could be a present parent that's just very abusive. And what I put here is I found a root that reminded me of an umbilical cord, and that bottom part shall represent the placenta. And I quickly read up on the meaning of placenta. So the placenta nourishes the baby in the mother womb, but it also like has the function of taking out the waste products, or like I'm gonna call it the toxins, right? The toxic stuff from the fetus back out. So in other words, the placenta nourishes and removes toxins, right? But since this is a very toxic family dynamic, I thought this is actually perfect to represent the toxic nourishment and all of that. And the basket shall represent Mother Earth's womb, because we're all children of Mother Earth and source energy, like Mother Earth also representing source energy. And the candle shall be the light and like represent the light and love. So we're going to reignite the light and the love and the healing in this whole situation and dynamic. And it was very interesting. So this candle I actually had on my pile of wood when I started the fire, and it fell down and it was lit. And also I found this round, why am I saying round? Weird. This triangular piece of rock that reminded me immediately of pyramids, or a pyramid. And then I found this feather. So I knew right away that we needed to light a candle to bring in light into all this darkness. And that in most of our cases, this goes back to Egyptian timelines, so that our soul ties might actually be very ancient. And that's why it's so toxic and so strong that, you know, it now needs to be healed. And this feather represents the healing, and you can tell like the feather looks quite in bad shape and also dark, so that also represents like all that dark stuff that needs to be healed. So I got the scissors here again. Oh, and what I wanted to mention, and of course we're going to close portals and gateways as well, one to the sibling and one to the toxic parent of the sibling. That also affects us, and we're gonna banish them with the salt. And also, like, all day today I've been smelling the smell of band-aids, like in my car and walking to the beach here, and there were no band-aids. I didn't cut myself, nothing, like there are no band-aids on me anywhere, there are no band-aids around. So I feel very strongly that that also represents and symbolizes the open wound that is now starting to heal, but we need to cover it and protect it. Or maybe not cover it, but we need to protect it so that it can heal properly and is shielded and protected. No dirt can get in, nothing can contaminate it, right? So yeah, that's basically kind of what we're doing here, right? We're healing it. And there was a bunch of extra twine left from that toxic parent of the sibling. And I put it around that toxic dark energetic umbilical cord. It doesn't matter if that parent is a mother or father. But right now I'm just referring to this as an energetic umbilical cord and an energetic placenta, right? But all of this bunched up cord is also on the child representing us, right? So, all right, anyhow, enough talk. Let's call in our spirit guides and get this show on the road. Dear Creator, higher power, source and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, our ancestors that are in the light, and great spirit of the fire, please help us cut any and all toxic and dark cords to our controlling, domineering, narcissistic sibling or siblings, and their toxic parent or parents that are affecting us, even if we're not blood related to that parent or those parents. Or we might be. So whatever the situation is, but let us please heal from that and disconnect energetically from that toxic sibling that is directing all of his or her self-hate, anger, hurt, pain, suffering, resentment, blame, guilt, jealousy, envy, and any and all other toxic emotions at us, rather than trying to heal him or herself or themselves, right? So they need to heal themselves, but sometimes when people are so extremely unhealed and hurt, they don't even realize it, right? So by disconnecting from them, they shall also receive some kind of healing. They still need to do their own work, but hopefully it's going to help them enough along the way that, it gets kick-started. Okay, without further ado, let me just remove this bunched up stuff. Let's put that up here. So, ooh, that's actually kind of cool too. Look at that. Okay, let any and all toxic and dark cords, bonds, soul bindings, vows, soul contracts, shackles, chains, leashes, and karmic debts between us and our abusive siblings now and forever be cut, severed, and finished, be removed, and that shall apply throughout all of time and space, throughout all lifetimes, timelines, parallel and alternate realms, realities, multi and universes, and any and all other aspects that affect us in this lifetime. And so it is. Thank you, Miigwech, Dankeschön, all my relations. And the same shall be applied to them as well. As long as they want to disconnect the toxic cords, but I realized I actually forgot to connect that cord directly to us, so I'm just going to quickly tie it around here. Hold on. Here. Let's just do this. Okay. That's good enough. Okay. So let us also directly disconnect from that toxic parent of our toxic sibling. Let any and all toxic and dark cords, bonds, soul bindings, vows, soul contracts, shackles, chains, leashes, and karmic debts now and forever be cut, severed, and finished throughout all of time and space, throughout all lifetimes, timelines, parallel and alternate realms, realities, multi and universes, and any and all other aspects that affect us in this lifetime. And so it is. Thank you, Miigwech, Dankeschön, all my relations. And we're going to put the feather blue right in there. And we're going to put that triangle in there as well, because those are ancient soul ties that go back to Egyptian times. And any and all portals and gateways between us and our toxic sibling or siblings shall now and forever be closed, severed, and finished. And between us and the toxic parent of our toxic sibling shall now and forever be closed and finished. And actually, before I put it in the fire, I'm going to put the salt actually in here. And inside Mother Earth's womb, all the healing shall take place for this whole timeline. And everyone involved in this weird triangular situation shall be fully and completely healed from all these toxic connections. And so it is. Thank you, Miigwech, Dankeschön, all my relations. Now let's put that all in the fire. Give me a sec, I gotta get up. Oy. All right, and I have a bit more oil. Second. Hold on. Let me get the fire going first. Okay, here we go. Now let's put that in the fire. And it's already burning beautifully. So all those toxic connections, all those dark connections that are coming from pure pain and suffering, that were the pain of abandonment turned into this fear of abandonment that turned into pure hate that was misdirected, shall all be burnt away and be transmuted into healing light and unconditional love. And everyone involved in this situation shall be fully and completely healed, cradled in Mother Earth's womb, blessed and protected. All those dark hearts shall be filled with massive amounts of healing light and unconditional love, and shall melt away all the pain of being left, of being abandoned, and they shall begin their healing journey. They shall start to awaken to the truth of what's been ailing them, the truth of why so many things in their lives haven't worked out the way that they would have liked, and to realize what is truly important. And that, well, in my opinion, is actually true connections from the heart, like love connections, right? And not self-centered, narcissistic connections out of control and need and emptiness, right? Oh, wow. Whew. Look how quickly that all burnt away. That's amazing. I just spoke a few sentences, and before I knew it, the whole basket and everything was burnt away. That was an overdue healing, I think. That was a very strong and powerful and very needed healing that just took place here. Okay, so let everyone involved now be healed and be filled with so much love and light. Let their lives turn around and be changed and be filled with light. Let positivity and optimism enter their hearts. Let lightheartedness enter their hearts. And let everyone around them see the change as well. And so it is. Thank you, Miigwech. Dankeschön, all my relations. Thank you, Creator, and all of our spirit guides for freeing us from this dark, toxic, and evil connection. Thank you for freeing us from this heavy, heavy burden that we've carried around with us that has stopped and hindered and held us back in our own ascension. And help us move ahead with ease now. And so it is. Thank you, Miigwech. Dankeschön, all my relations. Okay, I'm also sending you so much love and light, many blessings, and be well until next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, please. Subscribe, and if you like, also share it. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye.